Brother and sister veterans, we're here today with Eric Trump, and it's a great day.
I want to make sure everybody knows that Admiral Kubik was with us from the very beginning. He was back in '16 and is a real warrior. I was so glad some of the Navy senior flag officers were standing up. That Flynn and
Hey everybody, Brick Suit here. I am in a fabulous event for President Trump rally hosted by Turning Point Action. And I know we all love our veterans, but there's a group out there you really check out. It's Veterans for America First. They support all sorts of America First candidates, and they have a veteran focus I'm sure you're going to like, because we love our veterans. President Trump loves our veterans. Give them a look-see.
Hey, what's up, man? It's 4G out of Well. I want to give a shout out to Veterans of America, Veterans First. We need to put more respect on our veterans and not our illegal immigrants. Trump 2020.
Hey folks, it's John Rich here, Veterans for Trump, incredible organization. We love our vets. Without men and women willing to sacrifice and die if necessary for our country, we wouldn't have a country. We all know that. Much respect and much love. God bless you.
Perfect.
Hey, Congressman Mike Collins here. Listen, a big shout out to Veterans for America First, organization out there doing great things, backing candidates and helping our veterans, people who really need your help and deserve all the gratitude, debt we could never repay them. Thank you for what you're doing. Keep up the hard work.
To all the veterans out there, especially Veterans for America First, we have got to deliver Trump victory. God bless, let's save this country.
Hi, it's House Republican Conference Chair Elise Stefanik, representative for New York's 21st Congressional District. Thank you to Veterans for America First for all your hard work. We know that President Trump strongly supports our veterans, and our veterans must turn out to vote for him. Thank you very much. Let's save America.
Hey, Georgia and Veterans for Donald J. Trump. You are the reason President Trump prioritizes national security, because we do not want to send our sons and daughters to fight another man's war anymore. You guys are the reason we are safe and secure in this country, and it's about time we put a commander-in-chief back in office to prioritize our veterans and our armed forces. Vote DJT.
Hey everybody, it's former Congressman Doug Collins, also Colonel, United States Air Force Reserve. For our America First veterans out there, thank you for the service, thank you for the work. We got a lot of work ahead. You keep doing what you're doing, we always got your back.
Hey, Congressman Jim Jordan here. Just want to say thank you for helping Veterans for America First and all the great work they're doing.
And thank you for helping me in my campaign. You were my first endorsement. So too was Chairman Jordan. Let's get out of it. Thank you.
So much. That is wonderful. And thanks for all you guys do. You're amazing. It's wonderful to be a part of this Veterans for Trump family. So keep staying strong. We have a country to save.
Working overtime, we've got to do our part too. And one of the things I look forward to, and I'm very grateful for, we've got Jared and Stan and Veterans for America First. You know, what they're trying to do is raise awareness and also incentivize and motivate and encourage people to get out and vote, because that's why we're here. That's why we're doing the job we're doing, is to tell people, if you go out and vote, you can make a difference in this election. And I know not one of you wants to wake up on November 6th and go, man, we could have just done a little bit more in Douglas County.
Well, let me just ask before I draw this. Did everybody enjoy the film?
Another person that's not giving up anytime soon. Why? Because Trump announced he's running for presidency, is Stan Fitzgerald. Now listen, if you really want to know a patriot and what a patriot look like, that puts his money where his mouth at, or at least somebody else's, that actually get behind candidates. When I say America First, that's God, family, country, and Trump. That's everything that we're talking about. Well, this is Stan Fitzgerald.
And thank you so much to Stan Fitzgerald. Where is he? There he is. Thank you so much. You are a great patriot. Thank you both. Thank you both for helping so supporting not only for people like me, President Trump, and for America First and MAGA. So God bless you.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations.
Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for America First. And I'm here with Diane Jackson from Georgia. How are you, Diane?
I'm great, Stan. Thank you for calling.
Well, we're glad to see you again and glad to have you on. Diane is one of our former endorsed legislative candidates here in Georgia. and she's going to be joining us as the national ambassador. So, Diane, can you tell our viewers a little bit about who you are and your background?
Absolutely. So I am from Cobb County in Georgia, which is sort of the northern area, just outside of Atlanta. And I have been a resident in this area for 25 years. I was in corporate America for most of that time, in communications marketing and then in digital marketing. I also had my own business for 23 years, but I worked with large corporations, large global PR firms. I was the ambassador for Ambassador Andrew Young. I was his uh, public officer for the Atlanta Olympics in 1996. Sorry. And let's see. And I have what I started getting involved in the elections about 6 or 7 years ago. And that's sort of how this all began.
Well, you had a fantastic run in what was a blue district, and
Yes.
you picked up a lot of momentum,
Yes,
and you ran against an actual socialist, right?
exactly. So I want to tell a great story, and I won't make this too in depth, but um, I was chosen or I was led on a journey. I believe this was something that God wanted me to do. And I went to a meeting and signed up to get involved and became a candidate. I had very little time. And for the two previous terms in our district, they were unopposed. So the Democrats won hands down. They didn't have to do anything. They just had to win the primary and they were finished. So I said, I can move the needle. I've been in communications forever. I know everything, websites, social media, everything you need to be a good communicator. And that's what it took. And it took someone to do something who could hit the ground running in a very short period of time. So uh, the Democrats allowed a radical socialist who's a 26-year-old waiter, um, who has been a lead protester at Atlanta's Stop Cop City movement. And that was the defunding the police that was on the national news for years. Still is an issue, but they are building it. Um, in previously, the area or the district won by 78% because they were unopposed and there was nothing going on and no one wanted to step forward. So I stepped forward. And at first, no one really understood until the primary what was going on. The incumbent lost in a very big way because she actually, I don't know how much she did, but anyway, it ended up being the socialist and myself in the general election. And it was amazing. It was amazing the amount of work that we were able to accomplish. And our branding was defeat Socialist Sanchez because no one understood, because he was on the Democratic ticket, no one understood he was a radical socialist. So my entire job was not to talk about me at all. My entire job was to educate every person on the right, the left, in the middle, whatever, that there was a socialist running in Georgia, in our county, with a very good likelihood of winning. And it
And
resonated with a lot of people.
your messaging was on target because you got a lot of votes in a blue
Yes,
district, and you
yes,
ended up on Newsmax with Carolyn Ryan, and
yes,
people across the country know that Georgia has a socialist in office. So,
exactly. It
and
was in
and that
USA Today. It was, a lot of people picked it up because it is a big deal.
yeah, absolutely, people don't think it happens. They think it's just a talking point of ours, but we have
Right.
a sitting socialist, and
Exactly.
that leads into, even though we won this election, we have to keep fighting. And
Absolutely.
one of the things our organization is going to do is the last 2 years we've been focused on helping the president get into office, but now we need to maintain that fight, and we're going to launch a program called VET Force, which is going to be our volunteer force nationwide. And it's also going to have ambassadors participating, which you are.
Great.
And you're an excellent messenger. You're an excellent writer. So some of the things we'll do is publish your work,
Great.
educating the public about socialism in your fight here in Georgia.
Great. Very
So
excited to be working with you
and
again.
we appreciate that very much.
Yes.
But I want to close with a story about President Trump.
Yes.
The media for years attacked the president as being anti-Semitic. He has Jewish family, his daughter's Jewish, his
Yes.
grandkids are Jewish.
Yes.
You knew the president through your work contracts for 5 years in Palm Beach. So can you tell that story, please, and then what he did for the Jewish people?
Yes. So I was working at Palm Beach Polo and Country Club, which was a very upscale community, new community with amenities, including major golf tournaments, tennis tournaments, and polo matches. And they were one of the very few in South Florida that did polo matches. But we were there the year of Lady Di and Prince Charles coming to the United States. And that's, most people remember that time period. This is in the mid 80s. And many of our, Mr. Trump, President Trump would help us with interviews from around the world. We would have people from magazines, television stations all over the world who would come and cover polo matches, and especially the luxury entities. And so he would almost always agree to do an interview. And I would, look at him from a distance, and it got to a point where I knew, yes, he will, and no, not today. So he really, really helped us. And we had major sponsors. We had Cartier, Piaget, Rolex, and many more that I won't even mention. But one day we were in Palm Beach, downtown Palm Beach. Palm Beach Polo and Country Club is in West Palm Beach. We were in downtown Palm Beach having lunch, taking one of our sponsors from New York, a very short Jewish woman with a very high profile account. And we were asked to leave because she was Jewish. And that I am here to tell you that in the 5 years that I worked with, I believe, now this is just my opinion, in my opinion, Trump was almost single-handedly responsible for allowing the Jewish people into Palm Beach society, because he took people there and said, we're not leaving. So a lot of people don't know that story, but it talks about his character, doing all those interviews for us for all those years, and really changing the landscape and how people were treated in South Florida. It was all of South Florida.
Well, that is an amazing story, and the media
Yes.
just lies. They've been lying for years about the president.
Exactly. It does not talk about his character.
So thank you for sharing that with us and breaking that story for the first time
Thank you.
with Veterans for America First.
Thank you.
So, Diane, we look forward to working with you now, and hoping you
Great.
could defeat the socialists next cycle.
Great.
Where could people go to find out more about you?
So I have a wonderful website, obviously. First thing I had to do as a communication specialist is do a fully functional website, and it's Jackson4ga.com. And we look forward to everyone going there, learning more about us. You'll learn also about our opponent, because you need to know what is really going on in Cobb County. And, Cobb County is still on the national radar in many ways with the elections.
Well, I want to thank you for your time, and as you
Thank
pointed
you.
out, I'm sure it's a great, big, beautiful website, as the
Yes.
president would say. So please visit her
Yes.
site. And thank
And
you, Diane.
I look forward to working with you very much, Stan, in the coming years to make a really big difference.
Well, you already have, so we'll keep up the fight, and
Thank you.
we'll talk soon. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.